Welcome to Primary ypww, Lesson 5. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's topic, Joyful Worship Restored. The lesson scripture is coming out of Ezra chapter 3, verses 1 through 7. And when the 7th month was come, and the children of Israel were in the cities, the people gathered themselves together as one man to Jerusalem. Then stood up Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and his brethren the priests, and Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and his brethren, and builded the altar of the God of Israel, to offer burnt offerings thereon, as it is written in the law of Moses the man of God. And they set the altar upon his bases, for fear was upon them because of the people of those countries. And they offered burnt offerings thereon unto the Lord, even burnt offerings morning and evening. They kept also the Feast of Tabernacles, as it is written, and offered the daily burnt offerings by number, according to the custom as the duty of every day required. And afterward offered the continual burnt offering, both of the new moons and all of the set feasts of the Lord that were consecrated, and of every one that willingly offered a free will offering unto the Lord. From the first day of the 7th month began they to offer burnt offerings unto the Lord, but the foundation of the temple of the Lord was not yet laid. They gave money also unto the masons and to the carpenters, and meat and drink and oil unto them of Zidon, and to them of Tyre, to bring cedar trees from Lebanon to the sea of Joppa, according to the grant that they had of Cyrus, king of Persia. Today's memory verse, they kept also the Feast of Tabernacles, as it is written, and offered the daily burnt offerings by number, according to the custom, as the duty of every day required. And that's Ezra chapter 3, verse 4. The target for today's lesson. The Lord wants his children to celebrate in joyful worship and give thanks unto God for his goodness. To be joyful means to simply be happy. The people of God reflect on his goodness. They express their gratitude with praise and worship. Some have grand celebrations, inviting all of you to share in their joy. Ezra the prophet tells of the joy in the restoration of worship in the temple. The time comes for the people of God to return to the house of the Lord. Cyrus the king of Persia permits the people to rebuild the temple of God in Jerusalem. He gives them back the vessels which the king of Babylon took. He tells all who desire to give a free will offering for the house of God. 42,360 people of the congregation come together. They all give freely to make sure that the house of God is set up. The time arrives for worship in the house of God to be restored. The people gather as one. The leaders build the altar. They worship God in the morning and evening. They celebrate by keeping the Feast of the Tabernacles. This is like having a giant Thanksgiving or Christmas party with all of your family and friends. Celebration of the Feast of Tabernacle is a very special event. It comes with a covenant promise of being restored as God's chosen people. The people show their unity by coming together in one accord. The first and most important step is attention to the altar. This reveals their understanding that they must seek and worship the Lord above all else. They have a renewed spirit and true desire to stay around the altar in continuous fellowship with God. The questions for today's lesson, and you can search the scriptures on your own and ask for help from a grown-up. Question 1. How many people came together as one to restore the temple? Question 2. Why did they build the altar first? What did they do there morning and evening? Question 3. Why was the Feast of Tabernacle celebration a very special event? Define covenant. The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.